This is Sons of Mort Thraken. I am Jay.
I'm D.
And I'm M.
We are discussing both short-term predictions and long-term predictions based on viewing Episode 4, seeing the preview to Episode 5, and any other promo footage, or just theory crafting based on where we think the story's going.
Gut instinct.
Yes.
That's what I'm going on.
So I will start short-term preview for what I think will happen this next episode, Episode 5, based on largely what happened in the little trailer promo that we've seen. They're discussing what's happening up north. Jon is going to form his group of 10 people that includes the Hound, Beric Dondarrion, Thoros of Myr, Gendry,
His special forces unit.
Yeah, basically his Jon SEAL Team 6 that's going to get together, or his Suicide Squad.
Because the White Walkers are going to wonder where 1 through 5 are.
Yeah, they are.
It's a ruse. There's only one team.
Yep. So Jon SEAL Team 6 is going to get together. I think they're going to come up with a plan that they need to, they need to learn more so that they can better defeat their enemy. They don't know how to do it. They don't understand the Night King.
So they're on a recon mission?
They are, basically. They're on a recon mission. Sam's going to have some stuff that he gets going through those dusty, manuscripts he's rewriting. He might have something, but they are going to know they need to go and get more information. And whether that's bring a wipe back, test their weapons, don't know all of it yet. They're coming up with a plan. That's going to happen next episode. They're going to get the plan, and they're going to get the group together.
I like that idea. The biggest group of badasses going into Indian country and stealing one of them. That's good.
Indian country?
It's a saying, okay? It means going out into the wild. I'm not a racist. I don't think.
All right. It's my short term. Go.
Okay, my short-term prediction is... So, in this episode, Tyrion is questioned. His allegiances are questioned twice about his connection to his family. It happens once from Daenerys herself, and then it happens again when they're watching the battle, and the Dothraki soldier basically says, "Your people are terrible fighters." And Tyrion has this kind of inner conflict, and I think what's going to happen is Jaime and Bronn will be captured. Daenerys is upset. Her baby dragon is wounded, and she's going to want to take immediate vengeance. And Tyrion is going to have to intercede on Jaime and Bronn's behalf. Obviously, Tyrion has a special connection to both of these people. And so it's going to be... He's going to have to do it, but he's going to feel this inner conflict based on this feeling he has that people are wondering whose side is he actually on. Is he going to be able to be faithful to the end of Daenerys, or is he going to want to go with family? And I think that's going to be an interesting little dynamic there. I'm excited to see it.
That's going to be heavy.
I think the split will be he's going to be faithful to Daenerys, and he's going to go with family, in that if it's Cersei, kill her. He's done with her.
Sure.
If it's Jaime...
It's tough.
Let's flip him.
Yeah.
Let's flip him. I think that'll be the approach.
I think he's going to have to use what he always does, which is a reasoned approach, which is going to be, we keep these people as prisoners of war. We can use them for trade or whatever it is. But really, his motivation is
he loves his brother.
Right. And isn't Bronn the one who fought for him?
Yeah.
Wasn't he? So he's
in the Eyrie.
Right.
I think it's also kind of cheap that everybody keeps prodding him about his loyalty to it. He directed people to go sack his childhood home. How can you keep questioning this guy's loyalty to his queen?
Right. He shot his father on the can.
Like, no one is better at killing.
Isn't that enough?
Yeah. Gotta give the guy a break. My short-term prediction, and I keep bouncing around with it because I keep expecting them to pull the trigger on the Yara rescue. I thought they were gonna do it this episode, and I thought they were gonna do it quick and murderous. But they're obviously building tension with it, and they're spending more time with Theon, and they had the Theon Jon Snow confrontation. And so I think as part of a redemption arc, I think the Greyjoys that have sworn to Daenerys are going to come up with a plot with Theon where they pretend that Theon is their captive and that they are giving him over to Cersei and Euron. And that in part of handing Theon over, they employ their plot in order to rescue Yara and pull her out.
I can see that happening, and I think Theon's got to die this time.
Yep.
Because he's too much of a coward to stay redeemed for long.
Yeah.
So I think the only way you redeem him is he does something good and noteworthy, and then he's done.
He's
out.
The boy just needs to die.
I think it'll be.
He needs a break.
I think it'll be his idea. He'll willingly
He
sacrifice.
sacrifices himself.
That's where he's at. He will do that to save her, because, again, he's on his redemption arc. He's not got a lot to live for. Probably Yara is what he has to live for, right? And if she's suffering or being tortured, he's gonna sacrifice himself for it.
I like that. I hope that happens.
All right, long-term predictions. Currently, and this isn't predicting the whole thing, but a big one for me, based on the promo ad for episode 5, Jon comes face-to-face with Drogon for the first time, and he doesn't seem to flinch. I think that shows a couple things. One, he's Rhaegar's son. He's got dragon's blood. And 2, it's foreshadowing. He is going to have a bond with a dragon. He's going to ride one of the other dragons, which brings me to my bigger season prediction.
Which is a good one. I like
End
that.
of season prediction. One of the 3 dragons is going to be brought down when they are... when the SEAL Team 6 is up north and needs to be rescued by Daenerys. She's going to bring all of her dragons, and she's going to lose one, and that one of those dragons is going to be... And it won't be Drogon, because he's her dragon. But whichever one goes down will be reanimated by the Night King. The Night King will then be on even more dominant ground against them, and it will leave the 2 dragons, Drogon, and whichever one doesn't go down, for
whichever
Jon to
one is
ride.
named after Viserys is the one that's going to die. The one that's named after her brother is probably going to die.
Well, the other one's Rhaegal, which is named after Rhaegar, which is the one Jon's going to
And
ride.
Drogon also has a shoulder wound, just like Khal Drogo did.
Ooh.
Except that costs Khal Drogo his life.
Right. So here's a question. A dragon shoots
Lots of
fire.
tie-ins.
What does an ice dragon shoot?
Ice.
Probably steam.
Ice.
Liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. That would be so
That would be
rad.
sick.
Oh my god.
Enters T-1000.
People just shattering into millions of pieces all over the place.
Dust.
All right,
Okay.
D, your long-term prediction.
My long-term prediction is that we are going to learn that Varys has been acting as a double agent this entire time for Cersei. Something has to explain why all of Daenerys' plans have just failed. Outright failed.
Gone to shit.
I mean, we can say it's just a plot device, which I'm tempted to do, but I think the writers are smarter than that. No one is that good at predicting everyone's moves, and every move she's made has been met and she's been overcome. So I think Varys, who hasn't been doing much this season, he's actually working behind the scenes against Daenerys.
To that end, I've noticed the guy just hasn't been doing his job. He hasn't. Prior to this, he's known everything. He's had his little birds talking. He hasn't been able to predict or prevent one of the catastrophes that has happened with any of Daenerys' attacks or the attacks on her armies or her allies' armies. He hasn't done anything. So either he's intentionally not doing his job and he's a double agent, like you're suggesting, or man's lost his touch.
He just sucks.
I think it's the first one. I think it's
like the
intentional.
double agent
Are you
better.
incompetent or are you?
We're actively working against me.
Because
Yeah.
it's going to be one. All right, my long-term prediction is that Sansa is going to die. I think she is going to be the next Stark to die. And my prediction is based on lots of hinting. That I almost feel like the same way that Master Aemon hinted constantly at Jon's Targaryenness is that anytime that there's a Stark reunion, it always occurs down in the crypts. And I felt like it was almost solidified for me when I think it was Sansa that said to Arya that our stories aren't over yet. I think there's been some foreshadowing, constant surrounding of death that Littlefinger wants at her, and that's a dangerous man to shun the affections of.
You think he's going to do it?
I think it's going to have some connection to him. I think there's going to be Sweet Robin goes rogue, or that someone will mean to kill Littlefinger and that it'll happen to her, or that someone will kill her in order to get at Littlefinger about it. But I think Sansa is going to die. I don't know how it's going to go down, but I think we're going to lose her. And I'm not all that butthurt for it. But it's also going to mean that Arya goes on a revenge arc, probably with Brienne as a result of it.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yes.
That'd be good. All right, these are short-term and long-term predictions. Short-term for what will happen in Episode 5. Long-term, end of season or into next season. We are the Sons of Mort Thraken. I am Jay.
I'm D.
I'm M.
We are signing out. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.
Wiener, 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 one wiener next to another wiener, wiener, two wieners alongside yet another wiener, tangle soft, wiener, nice and soft, fluffy lolly rags, wiener, fluffy wiener, fluffy wiener.